Yo, what is up, guys? Coming back at you with another video, and today we are going to be checking out the top 10 YouTubers that went to jail. Should be pretty interesting. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, especially on this beautiful Saturday. I hope it's beautiful where you guys are. It's pretty beautiful where I am. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Funny video.
Yeah, funny, haha, because we got called. You got about 6 other officers coming here.
Austin Jones. Austin is a pretty big YouTuber, musician, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. His music videos get millions upon millions of views. He's in the news today because he is facing up to 30 years in prison.
You aren't going to believe this story. I went to jail.
Holy crap.
Well, it seems like a lot of YouTubers have gone to jail or prison, and some YouTubers on this list might shock you guys. How's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dallatsing, and welcome back to another Most Amazing Top 10 video. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of this video because I'm going to be replying to you guys' questions and comments. This is a good way for us to interact with you guys and for you guys to be featured in a Most Amazing Top 10 video. So leave your guys' questions and comments in this one, and it will be answered in the next one. Also, sometimes at the end of the videos, we got bloopers, so just stay tuned to the end, because you just never know. So this right here are top 10 YouTubers who went to jail or even prison.
What's up, guys? I don't know how to start off this video. I'm just gonna start it off. Today is the video that you guys all been waiting for, the video where I talk about jail and what happened.
Alright, let's start off at number 10 with Sniper Wolf. Do we actually go the...
Really?
I don't know, she spells Sniper Wolf with like so many S's. For now, we'll just call her just Sniper Wolf. Well, she tweeted out this picture of herself. This was her mugshot. This picture was from 2016 when Sniper Wolf got arrested for disorderly conduct. So let me explain what happened. According to Sniper Wolf, she said that her and her boyfriend, well, her boyfriend at the time, Sausage, I don't know what kind of name that is, but he had an image on his phone of another girl, and Sniper Wolf wanted to see what was on his phone. He wouldn't give it to her, so that's when she decided to scream on the top of her lungs. And that's when neighbors heard her yell. When the police showed up, Sniper Wolf wasn't talking to the police. Instead, she tried to go upstairs in her own home, but police blocked her, they stopped her, they arrested her. They arrested her for disorderly conduct because she wasn't talking to the police. But Sniper Wolf thought she didn't have to talk to police because the whole you have the right to remain silent. But that law takes effect when you're actually getting arrested. If police have questions about a potential what people think is to be a domestic violence, I think you should be answering the police's questions. If not, then yeah, I would take you into custody because I got questions for you.
So stupid. I hate my life right now. They handcuffed us in the house, took us outside, put me in one cop car, put Sausage in another cop car, and they took us down to the station.
Sniper Wolf was kept in a holding cell with another woman. It seems like Sniper Wolf was in jail for just a few days until she had to appear in front of a judge. The judge determines whether or not she gets bail, if she can be released right away, and Sniper Wolf's so lucky she was able to just be released right away. No bail, no nothing. Number 9 is...
She made a situation like 10 times worse than it actually was, okay? Also, holy crap, first off, you screamed so loud that your neighbors called the cops. How loud do you have to scream? But yet again, also, she definitely made the situation worse. If the cops show up, a situation where you've been screaming on the top of your lungs, everything like that, and your neighbors make the call, yeah, they're going to be a little bit more cautious and just do what they ask. Seriously, just tell them. Don't try to make the situation even worse.
Nelk Films.
Basically, he's going to be held in jail for the night, and then it's up to the judge to decide if he wants to be let out by a bond or if he's going to be kept in, depending on how bad the misdemeanor is.
So Nelk Films started on YouTube years ago, and fun fact for you guys, Nelk is now Jesse and Kyle, but it used to be other people back then. It was Kyle, it was these twins, and I actually brought them into my studio before they really got into YouTube, and I really tried to push them into this like YouTube direction because I saw something going on there. So I used to talk to them all the time, and I did tell them be careful with these pranks, but I guess they took things to the next level, and they're now finding themselves in trouble. trouble. I think Nelk Films are great, they do amazing pranks, and if they didn't do these like next level pranks, they may not have been as big or as famous as they are now. But they're finding themselves in a lot of trouble. Well, in this case it's Jesse. It's hard to determine what prank got Jesse arrested, but from what I was able to gather, he was walking around with a fake bloody hoodie, and he was dragging around a bloody shovel in a store trying to scare people. Jesse has since been released from prison, but now he has a long road ahead of him with court and legal issues. Well, he had this to say. We have to say that the Columbus police handled the situation very well. We understand the situation could have been potentially life-threatening for us, as well for them. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens to the Nelk boys, but best of luck to them. At number 8, we're talking about a Spanish YouTuber, Kangua Red, and he decided to play a prank on a homeless man by giving him an Oreo-filled toothpaste. After the homeless man ate the Oreo that was filled with toothpaste, he actually got very sick and he started to throw up. The police was called and the Spanish YouTuber was arrested. Prosecutors are seeking $37,000 in compensation because the homeless man was humiliated, and it got him very sick. Also, they want him to face 2 years behind bars. So this was his reaction to this. Maybe I've gone a bit too far, but look at the positive side. This will help him clean his teeth. I think he hasn't cleaned his teeth since before he became poor. Is this real life right now? This is probably one of the most insensitive thing I've ever heard. But I think a jail sentence, like a 2-year jail sentence for this, is just way too extreme. Like, come on. What do you guys think? Number 7.
That is so disgusting. To me, at least. Okay, you got a homeless person. Who knows what made him homeless or anything like that. But clearly he's probably struggling. And then you end up, instead of helping someone out, helping this homeless man out, you give him Oreos, and he's thinking, oh my gosh, someone's actually helped me. Maybe for the very first time. And you fill it up with toothpaste. Seriously? I think you should go to jail. Now, maybe yes, maybe 2 years for it is extreme or whatnot, but it all depends on how sick that homeless man was. Honestly. Now, I'm all for helping homeless people, but when people give homeless people like cash or money, that's, in my own opinion, you shouldn't do that, because who knows what they're going to do with the money. They might go out, most people in that situation go out to buy beer or cigarettes or something like that, so that they don't have to, so that it's easier, I should say, for their lives. So something that people that are my friends typically would do, and sometimes I do it as well, we will buy food. We'll buy tangible, like, food products or clothing or something like that and give it to them. We won't give them full out cash, even if they ask for it and all that. We've actually had homeless people say no to us before, because they want cash. Anyways.
Dude, we're on the main street.
Okay, that looks very dangerous. Well, this video is uploaded onto the Rocco Piazza Vlogs channel. It's about this 10-year-old kid who lives a crazy life in Corona, California. Well, his parents help him with his videos from time to time. And that prank you just saw, well, that prank got his mom arrested for child endangerment. For some reason, the video is still allowed to be on this channel, and it has almost 5 million views at the time of this recording. When Corona police saw this video, they arrested 45-year-old Holly Piazza and her fiance, 37-year-old Brian Chase. Moving on to number 6, number 6 is just so stupid. This right here is 22-year-old Dylan Birch, who decided to play a prank on Disneyland. He thought it'd be so funny to tell Disney that there's an active shooter in the park. The park went into a state of emergency. Obviously, the police didn't think that this was a funny prank, so he was arrested, and in front of a judge, he pleaded guilty to a charge of disturbing the peace and disorderly intoxication charges as well. So he was quickly caught and sent to jail.
Only on 6 tonight, we are learning about a scare at Disney. A young man warning people at the Contemporary Resort that an active shooter was on the loose.
He told deputies he was joking.
Number 5.
That is, oh, so stupid. It reminds me of a video I just watched of some streamer who on his streaming put it like as loud as possible. Someone donated and it sounded like a bomb was gonna go off. Some things are just you don't say. Like out in public you don't say that there's an active shooter or anything like that. You're gonna get in trouble and it's just plain freaking stupid. A lot of these things people could actually avoid.
Accused of using his fame.
A young YouTube celebrity has been arrested along with his manager and another
Fernandez
person
of
he works
Compton
with.
used his own celebrity to. Authorities began their investigation of Fernandez.
So yeah, we're talking about 15-year-old, well at the time, Steven Fernandez, who was arrested after cops found out that he's been using his celebrity status to sexually exploit an underage girl. Law enforcement also said that Fernandez met a 12-year-old girl in his hometown of Compton last month and allegedly promised he'd introduce her to big-name celebrities in exchange for sexual acts. The girl agreed and a sexual act was committed. This kid got famous after he started a movie, he started to gain popularity on YouTube. Apparently Steven's manager might have been involved as well and everyone on his team was arrested. They all went to jail.
Good.
This case is
Good.
still ongoing. Steven Fernandez says he's out of jail as of right now and he has now denied the claims after a few years after this whole incident started, and he's finally talking about what happened. He said that his manager might have actually been the one messaging this girl and it wasn't him.
Well, he was my guardian. Thinking about this girl, I mean, she was 12 years old, and for my manager to be accused of this, it was like real gnarly. Like this guy is like 20-something years old.
Moving on to number 4, we have Roman Atwood. He found himself in some trouble after a prank he did back in 2014.
Somebody called in saying that you guys were breaking into an ATM.
It's our ATM. It's our ATM. We just bought
your ATM.
We own it. Yeah.
Fake cash.
So the prank Roman Atwood and his team set up was, well, they were pretending to break into an ATM, but people took notice and called the police because this is a normal thing that people would do. The police were pretty pissed off that they were called to a fake prank. They were saying that this prank could have put their lives at risk.
You're putting our lives at risk, and you're putting other people's lives at risk because we're running our lights and sirens trying to get here because we think somebody's trying to rob us.
I understand.
Also, pranks like this, it's just such a waste of time. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. It costs so much when you have to send these police officers into action. And this isn't a reason why we need police officers. And because this was a pretty big deal, I mean, stealing money in an ATM, there could have been a lot of money in there. There was actually helicopters as well to just make sure that there was a visual on the suspects and to make sure that they were captured.
Wow.
Vitaly was also part of this prank. They used to do pranks together back in the day.
Looks like they're not happy. Looks like we might be going to jail.
It's so much for nice cops. We're either all going to jail, Chase won't, or will because we were in the act.
So the police officers took everyone's camera, the SD cards, because now everything will be used as evidence. So in the end, Roman Atwood was arrested, so was most of his team, anyone who was involved with a fake robbery. And speaking about Vitaly, he actually found himself arrested many times, so you know what? Vitaly's up next at number 3.
See, I'm all for pranks like this, but with like maybe family members or with friends. I'm all for that. I think that's kind of fun and funny. Just don't do it out in public. Seriously. Because let's say that it wasn't a prank or something like that. Technically speaking, and even if it is a prank, technically speaking, you could be facing federal law. Simple as that. I mean, and that's why helicopter was probably out there too, because if it's tampering with bank property or anything like that, is federal government property, basically. It's insured by the federal government. Which also means you can face federal charges. So, but again, I'm all for pranks like this against friends and family. All for that. I think that would be fun, funny, everything like that. Just some people take it way too freaking far. Who's this guy, Italy?
Let's talk about one of his craziest illegal stunts. Vitaly decided to go streaking during the World Series. This is one of the most televised events on TV. Well, Vitaly decided to take off all of his clothes and to go streaking during the World Cup finals. Vitaly also went streaking during an NBA Finals game. I remember when that happened, and it's so insane. And you know what? Let's not forget the time that he streaked during the World Series back in 2017. I mean, come on, keep your clothes on. Vitaly's actually quite fast and it looked hard to catch him. Well, he said he gets a high from doing all of this. He loves danger and getting into situations like this. He has been arrested many times and streaking is a felony. For the first time offenders, it's usually a misdemeanor. After that, you could be sentenced of up to 6 months in jail in order to pay a fine of $1,000. But this guy has streaked so many times, so he keeps serving jail time. It's like it doesn't faze him. And actually, at number 2, I wanted to show you guys another prank he did that was absolutely insane. So Vitaly is appearing for the second time on this list. Well, what he did, it became global news.
Really?
We begin with breaking news. A man has climbed the Hollywood sign. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. We've seen him waving a white flag that says, "I'm back." There it is.
This was how Vitaly wanted to return back to YouTube after he stepped away from YouTube for a while. This guy caused such a stir. There was so many LAPD helicopters flying around, so many news helicopters flying around, making sure that they had a visual on Vitaly and they wanted to capture the whole moment. They weren't sure how dangerous he was. They didn't know who he was at the time. I mean, for someone to do something crazy like he did, you just never know what they're doing, their state of mind, or they might have a weapon.
Back to our breaking news. A man believed to be a YouTube prankster has climbed the Hollywood sign.
Tim Lynn monitoring the situation overhead in Sky 5. Tim.
Is this real life right now? There are so many helicopters. I would be freaking out. I would be shaking. Like, I just couldn't do something like that. Vitaly always regarded himself as a villain, and this is what he said before going to jail.
Villains missed me. They really missed me, the villains. And I have to show them who's back. Natural born pranksters. Nothing can stop us.
It just seems like this guy is always in a ton of legal problems. Finally, number 1, we have Austin Jones.
Hi guys. I know a lot of you probably have some really harsh and negative opinions towards me right now. And I understand why you do. But I'm asking you to please put those opinions aside for a few minutes and listen to everything I have to say.
Austin Jones was arrested after investigators found out that he's been communicating with underage female fans. Austin Jones admitted to everything. So he was on Facebook to have sexually explicit chats with the girls. He told the underage girls to make videos of themselves dancing in a sexually explicit way and instructed them to perform sexual acts knowing that they're just 14 and 15 years old. He actually wanted them to say their age in these videos. He then requested that these vulnerable girls send him the videos, and he has confirmed that he did receive some of these videos and he watched them while masturbating to them. I mean, this is just sickening. Austin Jones could face up to 30 years in prison and he's banned from the internet. He was becoming a big YouTuber and he took advantage of his fans in a very sick way. Well, there you guys have it.
People like that make me sick. I'm sure it probably makes you guys sick probably as well. I mean, I don't understand people who take advantage of like fans or anything, because those people look up to you basically. Okay, they looked up to you. They think that you're an amazing person and everything like that, and then just to go out and out of your way, really, and do disgusting acts like that makes me sick. Absolutely makes me sick. I guess now I can end it. There will be a link in the description down below if you guys want to go check out the original video. I highly recommend that. With that said, y'all take care. See you next time.